been a long time coming, hasn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
We're very excited. Fantastic weather and looking forward to it.
And can you remember the last time you were here at Seaview? It was probably last summer, or maybe even the Portadown game. Was that the
I
last?
think this man might tell us.
I was Portadown.
Portadown.
5-0.
5-0.
And we're hoping for the same scoreline today then, Joe, is that right?
Yeah.
I think we're hoping for a successful season.
Whipper, thank you very much for joining us.
All right,
Back at Seaview here. Delighted, I'm sure.
Absolutely, it's really good to be back, so it is. Too long. I know we got the playoff game and we're able to get a few up at that, but it's great to be back at Seaview again after quite a long layoff.
How big of a part of this is your life, Whipper? Obviously the Saturdays coming down and watching the game home and away. How big of a part and how big of a gap has that been, not being able to do that?
Look, it's massive, it's been massive, you know what I mean? I've been coming down here since I was 10 years of age, you know what I mean? So your Saturday, it's like it's part of your routine. So it's like anything, if your routine's messed up, you know what I mean? You're a little bit lost, and just hopefully now we can move forward and get fans back as normal and get back to normal, have our normal Saturdays, you know.
How important is it just to be back now at the stadium?
Look, Crusaders are a big part of Joe's life especially. We love to get out at the weekends and we love to, to be able to go around the country with Crusaders. Yeah. This year we're really, really excited, a few new players in. The support's fantastic and hopefully we're going to get a wee bit of silverware this year.
How much of an impact, Whipper, do you think it had on the team last year, with obviously no fans being in the stadium for the majority of the season?
I think definitely it had a massive impact. I mean, you were watching the coverage, it was great that we had a stream to watch and all that, but it's just not the same. And I mean, all you could hear is just the noise of the motorway and the players shouting, and it's just not the same at all. And I think our players really thrive on the crowd, being so close, the crowd being so close to the pitch and all that, and I think it's a big advantage for us.
And what do you make of the new signings then that the manager's brought in so far? Is there any favourites yet, Joe, or are you down today to watch them?
No favourites at the minute. He says the jury's out. We'll wait and see how they get on today.
And a bit of activity in the transfer market already from Crusaders. What do you make of the new signings that's coming into the team, and how do you think they'll fit in this season?
I'm quite pleased with the transfer window thus far. I think Big McMurray's an excellent signing. I think he'll fit into our style of play very well. I like so wee Johnny Fraser and all. They'll give us a wee bit more pace up front, which we've maybe lacked. Brandon Doyle's back, so I mean he looked very promising when he was here. I was sorry that he left the first time round, but he's back now.
And obviously we brought in a few players last year, obviously of note: Ben Kennedy, Adam Leckie, Daniel Larmour come into the side, and it probably took them just time to get settled into that team, but I think we've seen some of the best of their performances towards the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Big Adam Leckie, I thought, done very well, knowing he was sort of played as more of a number 10 role. I think we've seen the best of him. I think we'll get a lot more out of him this season too. Like a Ben Kennedy, massive season for him. I think this will be his season. I think he'll do very well. Towards the end of last season, his performances were excellent.
Joe, David, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy today's game and hopefully the rest of the season as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very pleased to see you back here. Hope you enjoyed today's game and obviously the rest of the season.
Absolutely, it's good to be back. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
All
indeed.
the best.
Cheers. Thank you. Stephen, thank you very much for joining us. We're all back again for another season, first pre-season game under your belt. What did you make of today?
I was very pleased with today. We were hit with a couple of COVID cases this morning, which was really disappointing. So we just have to hope that Paul Heatley and young Johnny Fraser are okay. They're going for their second test this afternoon, so we just have to wait and see. That might just hold them back for 10 days. And obviously Aidan Wilson and Ross Clark were both isolating, and Ross is back, and we're hoping that Aidan returns on Monday. So there's a little bit of the COVID is hampering preparation. But on the whole, very, very pleased with the workout. We knocked Johnny McMurray in his foot, little sort of heel joint. His muscle in there has gone on him, and that can be dodgy for a week or two also. So things that bother managers in pre-season training are injuries to players and not getting your pre-season work done. So on the football side of things, really pleased how we passed the ball about. There are some great performances. Ben Kennedy kept the ball moving superbly well. In there, Robbie Weir kept it moving well. And on the whole, some good debuts from our young players. You know, we brought the two Lewises in, Lewis Barr, Lewis Patterson, and both of them equipped themselves here very, very well. Passed the ball good, got into good areas, drove up the pitch, supported the play well, and they're learning all the while. So lots of positives in today's performance, and we dominated the game as probably you would expect. And we get into good areas and scored a couple of really good goals. All the goals coming from set plays, of course, but that was good. The team on the whole, you know, 1 week's training under their belt. We worked them really, really hard last Saturday, and the two midweek sessions were really difficult training sessions given how hot it has been all week, and that can be very difficult, draining really. So we knew we would try and get the ball moving in this pitch today, keep possession of the ball, keep passing the ball, let that do the work, and I thought we did that really, really well.
What's the main objective, Stephen, of days like today? Obviously, you said yourself there, the team have been in for a week now. Is it just the tactical stuff, or is it more about fitness and getting the guys back to that sort of rhythm of the end of the season and getting them fit again?
I think the first game is always just about getting a touch of the ball again. They haven't felt a proper game of football now for the best part of 2 months, you know. So it's just letting them get a feel for the game, a competitive game. You're seeing a wee bit of rustiness, that maybe the first touch. You're trying to tighten that up. You're trying to get the ball moving. And when we've been working them hard in the running exercises and the various bits and pieces they've been doing, there's going to be a bit of tiredness coming into the first touch, and that's where you would see that. But on the whole, I thought our first half display, the way we moved the ball about with some quality, was really, really good. So, you know, you've 6 weeks to prepare the team. You've got to work on the tactical side of it. You've got to work on the fitness side of it, the mental side of it. Lots of things to do. But so today's day number 1, and on the whole, I thought the pass was great.
And obviously next week you go away on this mini break, this mini pre-season break. What are you hoping to achieve out of that, Stephen, outside of the football stuff? I know this is probably you didn't get a European trip this year, so is that maybe just to subsidise that and take the boys out of the mix and get them away to work together?
Absolutely. I think the opportunity was there to, you know, it was twofold. The pre-season games are very difficult to get this year, given that the Championship and the teams even below that, Championship 1 and 2, are starting earlier than us. They're starting the first week of August, and so getting games has proven very, very difficult. So we looked at a training camp. We got a reasonable deal at Maynooth University, which is a fantastic facility. We got down, Barney and I got down to have a look at that, and it's a really, really good facility. So it gives us an opportunity to get the team away. Gives them an opportunity to bond with each other, get the new players well settled in, the young players settled into the group, so you spend that wee bit more time together, and so relationships are formed, the group tightens up a little bit. We can do a little bit of work in the classroom as well, which we want to do around our objectives for the season ahead. So always a weekend away is brilliant for a team. And we'll go up there next week and look to prepare the team for the coming season.
Stephen, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll hope to get a good chat with you next week.
Pleasure. Good
Thank
to see you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.